Right, so quick one today. My birthday today, 10th of January. My birthday, 25 today. Big one, kind of, halfway to 30. Do I feel any different? No. Always the same, as always. Still on my fucking grind. Got a day off because of my birthday. So what am I going to do? I've taken myself off for a coffee this morning, just to kind of unwind a little bit after I dropped by to nursery. And then I was going to read my book, but I sat outside and it was actually so fucking cold. My hands were so cold. I literally just sat there, finished my coffee, and just like looked at the water and just thought for a bit with my hands. Were they in gloves or did I just have my hands literally in my pocket? I like replied to like a couple messages and I was like, nah, my hands are just too cold to sit here for a while reading. But I enjoyed the coffee. I enjoyed thinking for a little bit this morning. And then now I'm going to cook a bit of food, let that settle, do some chores, and then I'm in a gym, going to do a workout for a bit. Because like, you know, it's my birthday, I want to do a workout today. Just want to enjoy it a lot. And then I'm going to pick Barney up from nursery and just like chill with him, see my family. So pretty good. Oh, drink your water, right? I'm drinking a lot of water. No exception on the birthday. Not drinking any alcohol. I had a decaf coffee, but primarily drink water. A lot of water. Some other things. Some little amounts of other things. But primarily drink water. Especially, you know, on my birthday, some people go out, oh, I'll have some beers or whatever. I don't know. Just drinking shit. Oh, it's my birthday. I'll treat myself to some shit, you know? I'll have a Diet Coke. Can't think of anything worse, man. Fizzy drinks. Fucking revolting. Honestly, mad. Yeah. I thought about having a little bit of cake with my coffee earlier, you know? I did think about it, but I didn't. I didn't do it because I probably could have, even, to be fair, because I'm doing a workout today, so I'll probably have the calories to do it, but I just thought, nah, I might, who knows, my family might get me a birthday cake or something, so I'm not having 2 loads of sugary shit in one day. That's just not, it's not on. So, nah, I might have one later. If not, that's grand. I'll just eat some good food all day. I don't want to waffle on too much, but it's my birthday, so spam happy birthday in the comments. Message me happy birthday. Because yeah, boy, no, I don't really like birthdays, to be fair. I'm glad I've got a day off so I can do shit that I actually want to do, but I just don't really like it. I always feel quite underwhelmed by birthdays. I always feel like birthdays are special. Like sometimes I have an idea in my head of how I want things to go, and then just get drastically underwhelmed by how things pan out, like a lot different than the way I wanted things to go. So like a lot of time in life now, I just don't put my expectations onto anything. I just kind of go like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna do me, and that'll be good. Whatever other people do, who gives a shit? I don't give a shit. Do whatever. I don't have good expectations of people, high expectations, whatever. They're gonna do them. I don't give a shit. But birthdays have always been one where I've really always got a nice idea in my head of how I want things to go. And a lot of the time it's not like that, you know? And like, I don't know, when you do things for your birthday or like sometimes Christmas as well, like some of these things, like you get a nice idea of what you think, how you want things to pan out. And then when they don't, you get underwhelmed. So I've kind of always had that with birthdays. And so like last few years, I just don't really give a shit. If I have the time in the day to do shit that I actually want to get done, then I will. Like today, I've got a day off from work, so I'm going to work out. That's essentially the one thing that I actually want to do today. After my workout and like a little bit before the workout, after I finish my lunch, I'm going to just literally be doing chores at home. Like like I said I don't know if this podcast has aired yet, where I was talking about showers and like dirty showers and shit. I don't know if I've recorded one anyway about dirty showers. I'm not sure if it's like live yet or like it's one of the next few that's coming out. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna clean my shower because it's at a point where like it's not like dirty or like minging, but it needs a clean, if you know what I mean. It's been like a week since I cleaned it, so I like to clean it every week, or like if I'm like way too busy, like 2 weeks. If you leave your shower for like a month, like that's grim, mate. What are you doing? You know. So I cleaned it, I think, last week sometime. It's at a point where it would just like, well, this is the thing. Like, so I use a charcoal soap, and so that is black, and um, there's just like my shower doesn't like fully flush away all of the charcoal soap. So like there's some little bits of the black soap that have kind of like dried around it now because it's been like about a week. And if when I use like white soaps before, you just wouldn't really notice that kind of like the bubbles that kind of like dry to be nothing. But because I'm using black soap, you can kind of tell, which is a blessing because it lets you know like, all right, stuff is building up here. It's not clean. Clean, it's clean still. It's just a bit of soap that's like about, black soap. But it's a good thing. I'm glad I'm using a black soap because it's like makes you want to clean it more often because it's more noticeable, Whereas like, if you use like a normal soap, then don't clean it as often, then it starts going orange and minging, doesn't it? If you've ever not cleaned it for 2 or 3 weeks. Don't let it get to that point. So I'm going to clean my shower. I'll probably make some food first. Clean my shower like while I'm waiting for the food to digest before the gym, and then I'll gym, and then I'll just potter about doing some other chores, making the place look nice. Reveal time, kind of, I suppose. I want to make, rather than the place just be clean and that's fine, I want to spruce it up and make it look a little bit nicer because tomorrow Dave's coming over to record a special. Amazing news, right? Obviously, I'm drip feeding the Dan and Dave podcast episodes onto the channel, so it's fairly evident that he's probably going to come back and do a special. Like, if you haven't figured that out, then shame on you. Should have figured that out. So I'll drip feed one a week, probably for the next few weeks. Well, for the next like month and a half. The previous Dan and Dave podcast episodes onto the channel. Episode 5 of the Dan and Dave podcast is Relationship Series Part 2. That never got aired. We recorded it. There was a little segment at the end that I'm not going to go into much detail about, but we immediately regretted that little segment on the end that we did. It was like we both got really into negative mode. We got to a bit and then we just went, all right, and then we both just like went negative, and we both sat back and we thought, nah, this isn't what the kind of thing we want to put out. And it made us like stop and second guess everything, and we kind of like decided not to air that episode at the time. And then obviously we kind of parted ways a little bit, and then the podcast went boom, gone. So that episode never made it to air. Relationship Series Part 2, which is episode 5 of the Dan and Dave podcast, legacy videos, right? So I've trimmed that bit off the end now that we didn't like. So you're going to get the full episode. We even sign off, I think, at the end. And then after we signed off, we just did a little bit where we both just went negative and just had a rant about shit. And it wasn't healthy. And now we're like almost a year on from there. And so it would just be stupid to air that part. It's not promoting the message that we want. We're both a bit riled up. And so you're getting the full cut of the good bits that we were still like an hour and a half. So that will come out in a few weeks' time. So that's new content for you if you did actually watch the previous ones before. And then, at some point afterwards, me and Dave are going to record a new one tomorrow. So that will come out at some point after. That will probably be, I don't know if I haven't made up my mind if that will be called like the Dan and Dave podcast still, or if that's just going to be like a special of the Dan Rowe show where I have some guests on, like there are a few people who showed a bit of interest in like coming on the podcast and doing a little special with me. So I might have a separate bit called like the Dan Rowe show and guests, or like Dan Rowe and guests, or something like that. Right. So I'll have to speak with Dave if he wants to like have like the Dan and Dave podcast specials, like where every so often, maybe like once a month or or I don't know, we haven't even spoke about this. Like every so often, he will like come on and do an episode of like, if he wants it to be the Dan and Dave, or if he wants it to just be, yeah, that can just be part of like the Dan Rose show and guests or whatever, you know. So I don't know. Discuss that with him, but yeah, little reveal at the end of my birthday episode. This is my birthday, you know, whatever. I'm excited to work out. I'm excited to eat some food, and spend some time with my family in the evening. You know, that's just a pretty chill day. Is what it is. Hope everyone's doing well. Get after it today. Don't make excuses. You know, even my birthday, I could make it. I could add some cake. I had my freezing cold shower today. It was the coldest shower I've had for a year since last January. It was fucking freezing. Very cold lately. The water's very cold in the cold showers. It was the coldest shower I've had today, actually. My eyes started to get very cold in it. When you're washing, because I wash and condition my hair every day, you know, don't slag me off for that. But my eyeballs were freezing cold in the shower, sitting under the water, or stood under the water, running on my eyes, cold. Get after it. Don't make excuses for things. Even if it's your birthday, still get after it. Don't just doss about sitting on your fucking ass, eating cake, eating shit. Get after it. Do some work. Be good people as well. Don't just use a birthday as an excuse to be on the fucking take all the time. Give some positivity into the world. Try your best to be a good person. Do what you can. Create the life you want. Proactive, not reactive. Lots of love. Wish me happy birthday if you want it. Well, I would appreciate. Be nice. Be nice to hear some happy birthday messages. Nice one. Lots of love actually for this one, because I'm feeling a lot of gratitude today. I woke up in the middle of the night, grateful for my life, grateful that I've made it to this age, grateful for the next chapter of my life. You know, looking forward to carrying on the podcast, having a few people on. You know, there is some exciting things coming on the podcast. Really. I'm excited to do a few specials with some people, you know, try and sort those out, get some topics. But I've got a couple specials actually like lined up that I'm going to record in the next couple of weeks. They're probably going to come out like into February now, because I've got my recording schedule is fully planned out until like the middle of March. Like I've planned out every video that's coming out until the end of March, and considering I'm dropping like 2 a week, it's quite a lot. You know, obviously like one of those at the minute for the next like 5 or 6 weeks is going to be like Dan and Dave legacy videos, just to actually get those out so that I can start popping out some specials with guests. Because you know, I don't want to put out like a Dan and Dave legacy video and then like a special with guests and then not, you know, I want to have it so that there's one with just me and then there's one with someone else and there's one with just me and then one with someone else, you know, until there's a point where there's no more specials or no more legacy videos to come out. And then you just get more of me again, and you can be like, "Yeah, boy, Dan." So, I have made this like just a short wish me happy birthday into like quite a reasonably sized video actually. So sorry about that, waffled quite a lot. Let's have a think. Don't think there's anything else I want to say. Nice one.